is a great thing that's happening in Suffolk County. We're the first county, and are we still the only one? You know,
we're the only one. I don't think we're the only county in
the state.
We
were the first one
to
get awarded a land bank status. And Tom is on the land bank. And what it is a vehicle for us to take essentially these zombie homes, abandoned homes, and to be able to get them rehabbed and back on the property tax roll. So we're working with the town on those issues, and it was Bellone, Brookhaven, and Islip with the 3 pilot areas. We awarded nearly $2 million from the Attorney General's office to implement this program. That was more than anywhere else in the state of New York. So we're working very hard on that. We're hopeful that this is a program that could expand dramatically, and we could have a real impact on taking some. And there's a property I know in Ronkonkoma that's happening. Right
yeah,
now.
in fact, 3 of the top 4 priority properties are in the town of Islip. The largest property.
No coincidence.
Tom, can you and Trish just come down and speak to that for a second? For 1 sec. Just for 1 sec. Come on. Trish, you too. Trish, get down there.
We want to know where. We want to tell us where.
I don't want Trish.
So as Steve said, the land bank is basically charged with the task of, yes, dealing with the zombie homes difficulty, but also with brownfield properties. And so the land bank identified 4 priority properties in the county, 3 of which were in the town of Islip, or are in the town of Islip, and 1 of which is in the town of Bellone, to begin the process of exploring those properties to see what the environmental contamination may be, getting that contamination cleaned up if we can, or alternatively, marketing those properties to prospective buyers who might then themselves clean the properties up and do something productive with them. The largest property in terms of back taxes, brownfield properties typically have back taxes on them. The largest property in terms of back taxes is on 5th Avenue in Bayshore. It's the old Hubbard's Power site. $5 million of back taxes on that particular piece of property. And so we've worked through over the past year and a half or so all of the legal machinations of developing a set of protocols for taking the properties and then for marketing the properties. And we're very close to the point where now we're going to be going out and marketing those properties to prospective buyers. And we've begun actually speaking with prospective buyers on a number of those properties. In addition to that, because the land bank was able to sort of send out some, encouraging mail to the delinquent property owners, yes. We were able to recover, I think we're up to something like $4 million of back taxes from people who had heretofore not paid those taxes. And that's a good thing, obviously, for the county, and a good thing for the taxpayers. So,
yeah, people are very happy to hold on to property that they're not paying taxes on.
Right.
Turns out, that's not a problem. And the guy reverse this is, your property sitting there that are not paying taxes every single year, and that becomes a giant hindrance from anyone else picking up the property because they have to pay those. If they buy the property, then they have to pay those taxes. So nobody wants to touch the property. So every year, the bill just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and the property gets further and further away from ever being redeveloped. Right. So it's a blight on the community. Right. It's not paying any taxes, and it just keeps going on and on every year. And now, because of this land bank, and Tom's had great leadership on it, we're able to start reversing that now, which is a great thing. And we are partnering with the town and Councilwoman Bergin, where they're doing a lot of work on the zombie homes.
Yeah, so we identify the zombie homes from folks like you calling our offices to say there's a zombie house next to my property. So those phone calls are really we're kind of complaint driven. So when you call us and complain about a house in your neighborhood, we send inspectors out, and then when we identify it as a zombie house, we do the board up cleanup, we mow the lawn, we board up all the windows and doors so that vagrants can't go in and start living inside there. And then we bill that back to the property. But then that, coupled with the property taxes not being paid, and then the mounting bills of is where this program comes in.
So the county, the land bank is actually working with a number of not-for-profit organizations that we have a groundbreaking, I think, or transfer happening coming up in a couple of days This one not in the town of Islip, I don't think. But we're working with...
Can't do them all in the town.
Can't do them all in the town of Islip. But we are working with some great not-for-profits, Long Island Housing Partnership, to name just one, Habitat for Humanity, to name another, to get folks who would otherwise be unable to afford to get into a home, to get them into that home so they can begin their life here. And that in turn, as Steve said, puts the property back on the tax rolls, and hopefully at that point it also starts to clear up some of these blights that exist in communities throughout.
It's a win-win-win, you know, kind of thing that government is generally not good at. You know, you have all these bureaucratic obstacles, and here was something where people got together and said, you know what, there's got to be a way to figure out how to make this work, and that's what's happening now, which is it's a great thing. So I thank Legislator Cilmi.